You guys, I go to the post office a lot. Since I started selling CDs and merch online, and especially since I started my own Etsy shop, it's been a pretty normal thing for me to pack up a bunch of orders and wait in line to mail them every week. You would think that this wouldn't be a big deal. You know, I put things in envelopes, I write addresses on them, I bring them to the post office, they weigh them and put postage on them, I pay for it, and then they send them off to be delivered and I go home. But for the longest time, it's been a sadly common thing for the person working at the post office to be just really upset that I want to mail packages. I don't know if it's just that they don't like me in particular, but I try so hard to be super nice and polite, and I always know exactly what to ask for, and I never ask any complicated questions when it's my turn. I'm never sending anything liquid, perishable, or potentially hazardous. When I was in high school, my hometown post office actually told me to stop coming in because I was mailing too many packages. By the way, by too many packages, I'm not talking hundreds. Like maybe 10 at a time when I'm doing really well. Usually 3 or 4. And they're not even heavy. Sure, they all have different weights, but that's why I brought them to the post office. Or else I would have just had them weigh 1 and put enough stamps on the rest of them myself. When I first moved away from home, my new post office would, not kidding, run out of postage if I tried to mail a bunch of things there. So we had to start driving 25 minutes away to the big post office in the city where they could actually handle the business. A few years later, we moved again and started going to the post office near a new grocery store. The other day, I brought maybe 4 little packages in and started putting them up on the counter. You should have seen the glare that the guy at the counter gave me. He was seriously not happy. And then he groaned at me and said, "How many of these are there?" And you know what? I felt terrible. I felt so sad that somehow, by bringing this post office business, I had made that poor guy's day worse. So I just put my head down and whimpered, 4? Sorry. Because I need this guy. He provides a vital service. I don't want him to be upset with me. He eventually mailed them for me. He didn't put tracking on them like I'd asked him to, but they went out okay. Your job is to mail packages. I know that the US Postal Service isn't doing super well anymore. I bring you things on a regular basis, and I want you to deliver them in exchange for money. I don't even complain when the prices go up. This is a good thing, I promise. I need the post office to keep my business running, and the post office needs people like me to mail things. We should be friends! But why is it so common that I expect to be treated like I've done something horrible every time I try to mail something? Is it just me? If you've experienced this, please let me know. Okay, bye!